Hi, I'm Carmi Rupert. I've been a member here at the Ruskin Women's Club for just 7 weeks, although my heart has been here for many. I've lived in Florida for 44 years, hailing from Elwood City, Pennsylvania, just 50 miles north of Pittsburgh. A dear friend of mine, Sonia Council, introduced me to this old gal, the building, and its members 20 plus years ago. I fell in love with the history between these walls, from the 50s with the Ruskin Cemetery, Ruskin College, and the first library right here, and funding the Ruskin Library, and the wonderful members that made and continue to make a difference in the community and people's lives. Many dear friends have been made over the years, and many more to meet. One day, Frances Hereford invited me to a meeting. I always dreamed of being a member. I attended that meeting that day, and the rest is history.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I'm usually pretty busy at work, so I didn't want to just join another social club. I wanted to be involved in something that actually made a difference in the community. And my friend Bonnie had been a member for a while, and she was always telling me about the cool things that y'all were doing, fashion shows and Christmas teas and participating in the Veterans Day Parade. And the one that really got me was making pickled watermelon rind. I just thought that was so cool. It sounded like such fun.
My name is Jane Wenzel, and I have been a member of the Ruskin Women's Club since October of 2018, so roughly 2 years. Who made me join the club? Cheryl DeLeon. No, seriously, I first heard about the Women's Club when we were building our house down here, and I went to this cute little boutique, and it was run by a member of the Women's Club. And she was just the sweetest thing. My husband and I were looking at some decor for our patio that overlooks water and all these fish and turtles and everything. And we didn't know if that would work. So this Southern lady said, just take it home. So we're like, well, do you want a deposit? She's, no, this is Ruskin. Just take it home, and if it works, you can buy it. If it doesn't, just bring it back. And so we said, okay, well, here's our license, and we'll go, and we'll come right back. And she says, no, just whenever. A day, 2 days, whenever. I trust you. It was Twilight Zone. Are you kidding me? The next time I heard about Ruskin Women's Club was I was teaching school at Ruskin Elementary, and they brought in all these pumpkins for us to do academic things with and then have a contest with. And they were given by the Ruskin Women's Club. And another teacher in my subdivision invited me to go, but I was too busy. But then I retired. And a friend of mine said, why don't you come and join me at a Ruskin Women's Club meeting? So immediately, those past memories flood my brain of Miss Frances and those pumpkins and a girl named Lorette who had invited me years ago, but I was just so busy raising a family. So I joined my friend Cheryl in the meeting, and I met Sharon, who was like a sister. Just, we had the same fears, the same apprehensions, the same uneasiness. We didn't know what the heck we were doing. And it's just grown from there.
Hi, I'm Kathy Eckhart. I have been a member of the Ruskin Women's Club for almost 3 years now. Strangely enough, I started out in Florida. I lived here until I was almost 12. Moved to Illinois, where I spent most of my life, but when I retired, I wanted to come back to Florida. The good thing is all of the weather. The bad thing was I left all my friends in Illinois. So one of the reasons that I joined the Ruskin Women's Club is because I wanted to meet people here, and it was a good way to meet people. I heard about the Ruskin Women's Club through articles in the newspaper. It mentioned when their meetings were. And so I came to my first meeting. I enjoyed the speaker. I enjoyed the lunch. And I thought that was wonderful. I signed up right away. I thought that was wonderful.
Hi, I'm Kat Sherwood, and I'm the first vice president of the Ruskin Women's Club. I've been a member of the Ruskin Women's Club since 2017.
Hi, my name is Cheryl DeLeon, and I'm president of the Ruskin Women's Club, and Kat and I joined at the same time, 2017, so 3 years.
I moved to Florida about 5 years ago, and I had a sewing business and was looking for ways to meet friends and possibly network. And so I found the Women's Club on the internet, and the rest is history.
And I was born and raised in Florida and left when I joined the military with my husband, and we retired back here. And I've always wanted to be a part of the Ruskin Women's Club because my mother was involved in a women's club in Tampa, and growing up here, going to high school, I knew that some of the other girls' mothers and parents, even some of my teachers were Ruskin Women Club members.
Hi, I'm Frances Herford. I have been a member of the Ruskin Women's Club more than 25 years. How many more, I don't know, but it seems like I've been a member much longer than that because I was a member of the Junior Women's Club. And I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've lived in Hillsborough County my entire life. So we moved here in 1953 when I was in junior high school, and I cried. I did not want to live here. There was nothing here but highways and tomato fields. That's all that was here. And of course, I was a city girl, so I did not want to stay here. But after I was here a week, you could not have gotten me away from here. I had been a Girl Scout in Tampa and thought, boy, I knew everything about camping, no bit, till I went camping with the Ruskin girls. That was a different story. We did things like one of us would drive a pickup truck and see how many people we could throw out of the bed of the truck out in fields. So we did all kind of things. We grew up in a great, healthy environment. We had a great time. We were good friends. We did not alienate anyone. You come in, you're our friend. We didn't care. And that's how I feel about the Women's Club. It's a very friendly group, and my mother was a member of the Women's Club, and I knew I never wanted to be a member of the Women's Club, but somehow one of our members, who was probably my mother's age, she and her husband was a county commissioner. So he holds this luncheon for her because she was in charge of membership. So all of these women, we were probably in our mid-30s at the time, maybe early 40s, invited us to a lunch. Well, you went to a lunch if the county commissioner invited you. So I go to this lunch, and little did I know that I think every person that went to that lunch joined the club that day. It was probably the biggest membership drive we've ever had because you felt you had to. But even at that, once you come to the meetings and you find out what this club does, not only for your community, but for the state, for the Federation of Women's Clubs, you're sold. I mean, there's just so many good things that happen.
Well, I'm Phil Salisbury, and I've been also a junior member, and I was president of the juniors in 1964 or 5, I don't remember just when, and I traveled a lot in the state then. We had most of our stuff up around the Pensacola area back then, so we had a lot of state members from up there, so we traveled, of course, where they were. And I moved to Florida in 1958 and raised my children here, went to Florida schools, had a great life. They were into everything, and so was I. And it was like Frances, I went to that luncheon. And I'd been a junior, but there was a few years in between there. So, of course, we joined the club then, which was, 40 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah. So, and I've done a little bit of everything. And when Frances was president of the club, I was District 8 director. So the members all supported me. We had a great year that year. we have a great year every year, but that year was extra special. The club went all out for me, so that was really nice. And then when Pat Keel was state president, I got to be her aide at that year, so that was very special to me. So I've always always wanted to be part of the big picture. And I love going to the district meetings, the state meetings, the southern region, the international ones. So there's more to it than just your club. And you get out of it a lot more than you put into it, trust me. So all of you new members that have joined our club in the last few years, please take advantage of all the opportunities that come your way. There's nothing better than all the friends at the Ruskin Women's Club. We have a great, great group of women, and we do so much for the community. And wear your clothes when you go out, your club clothes, and let people know that you're part of this great institution.